Hey, how's it going, folks? This is Mike doing another video to participate in the countdown to Halloween. Today is October 5th, Shocktober 5th. So I decided to venture out to Big Lots and do a little bit of shopping and see what they had on sale. They usually, when it's time for Halloween, they just start gathering in all the horror movies, and I wanted to see what they had that I hadn't seen before. And I ended up buying, let's see, how many did I buy? I bought 6 movies. So a couple of these might surprise you, since all of you who know me and my particular taste. But also I'm trying to see more films that were made in this century and to lessen my oversensitivity to violence and gore a little bit. So I'm always trying, folks. Anyway, new angle in the video. This is another part of my house, and you can still see the lava lights, but they're not in the same place. So anyway, here we go. The first movie that I'm going to show you is the only one that I've actually watched. This is something called The Veil, right? Oh, that glare is bad. The Veil. Came out in 2016. The only actor I ever heard of is Jessica Alba. She's the star. And this is about a film crew that goes to the location of a cult that committed suicide because their leader told them to. And it's a complete takeoff on the Jim Jones People's Temple cult and the suicide that they had. But they changed the guy's name to Jim Jacobs, which doesn't really change it very much. But he's a religious nut. And instead of taking place in Guyana, this takes place somewhere out in the woods in California. And instead of everybody taking the Flavor Aid with a little bit of cyanide, everybody gets an injection of this strange drug concoction, which this maniacal religious leader has tried himself before and then taken an antidote. And the idea is that he's trying to get the spirit free from the flesh, and then the antidote will bring them back to life. The religious philosophy is really whacked out and crazy. But it's not a bad little film. It has a lot of great jump scares. It certainly has great atmosphere. And some of the actors are very good. The guy who played Jim Jacobs, let's see, what is his name? I believe it's Thomas Jane. And he's an actor I never heard of before. Maybe some of you have. He was actually pretty good. He did a good job. So not a bad little film, certainly not subtle in any way, shape, or form. They have this creepy, disturbing music playing constantly in the background, and everything is dark, and there's not a light moment in the entire movie. But yeah, it's kind of worth seeing. I didn't mind watching it. The second film that I bought is something called Unfriended. I've been doing a lot of that lately on YouTube. And so this, I don't know, this came out a couple of years ago, and I guess there's a sequel already. And I started watching this just to see what it was like. And the whole thing takes place, it's just a computer screen. I think that's what it is during the whole film. So I may have to get myself psyched up to watch that. I also bought Crimson Peak, which I've heard a lot of good things about, and I believe I saw the trailer to this a couple of times at my local theater, and it was very impressive and very colorful. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into that as well. Then I brought this thing called The Apparition. Have no idea what this is about. Don't know any of the actors in this. Maybe you do, but I'm not going to read their names. Once you believe, you die. Oh, that sounds interesting. Squirm, squeal, and scream-inducing scares. Well, that's just what the hell I need. So all right. And then finally, the final two, to go back a long way in my personal life, this is The Exorcist Part 2, The Heretic, snapper case, which I saw when it first came out. Linda Blair, Richard Burton, and what was it, 1976, maybe 77, I can't remember for sure. Scared the hell out of me back then. I don't know what it's going to be like now, but I've been reading some people's opinions about this on YouTube and other places, and it seems to be universally hated. I don't know why I was so scared. Maybe I was just in the right mood or something, but yeah, I kind of want to see it again. $3, I wasn't going to pass it up. All right, and finally, here we go. Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead. George Romero. I think I may have seen part of this on cable decades ago. Never saw all of it, so I know it's going to be a creepy, bloody mess. But I'm prepared. I'm ready. Now, I love Night of the Living Dead. I don't think I ever saw all of Dawn of the Dead, so maybe if I ever get a chance to pick that up somewhere, I will I'll pick that up. Collector's Edition. I don't know what the hell that means, but okay, there we go. I'm trying to get into Shocktober, folks. Doing the best I can. So, stay scared.